Hello, everybody. Welcome to another Sunday night chat. Got a great panel here tonight, and I'm sure amongst all of us, we can bullshit our way through a couple of hours, and that's what we plan on doing. And I'm going to start down the line, and I'm going to do it the opposite way, and I'm going to start with SoCal. What the fuck, SoCal? What's up, man?
Hey, man. Thanks for having me on. I forgot to mute my other thing. All right, now I can actually hear what's going on. Thanks for having me on, TR. And right? You guys heard me, right?
No.
You didn't hear me because I forgot to unmute
okay.
myself.
Okay.
Rick's next.
All right, there you
go. I don't even know if
I'm representing Rick. I got Rick's shirt on. There you go, Rick.
Well, thanks for supporting me, TR. Appreciate it. Thanks, everybody out there. I have to open up the page still, but thanks for supporting old TR and his great panel of guests you guys get to witness tonight. So let's have fun and shoot them in the face.
Pop's Quest, would you like to do an intro?
Yeah, man, I'd love to. I don't get on TR's chats a whole lot because the two nights he does is Sunday and Tuesday, but it's been a while and I've had withdrawals, so I made myself available. I cleared some shit out tomorrow morning, so then I'm gonna enjoy the chat. Usually enjoy it more with people that I love to hang out with, which is this panel here. Great guys. And so if for some reason I start to sound weird, just hang the phone up on me if you don't mind. But other than that, I'll be here.
Well, thanks for coming on. I know it's a rough schedule for a lot of people. Sundays and Tuesdays aren't a optimum night. That's just the way things worked out in the past, and they took off, so I kind of left it the way it was. So sorry if it inconveniences anybody. I mean, I understand. I get it, you know, but I guess the oddball nights is for the oddballs. I don't know. Anyway, Daniel, would you like to say anything?
Well, hi, everybody. TR, thanks for having me on tonight. And Rick, I want to give you the thumbs up on your last first aid video about the choking. I've had to actually do that 2 or 3 times in my adulthood. So keep those up, man.
Thanks. Appreciate it.
And last but not least, Blue 823. Would you like to do an intro?
Well, first off, remind me never to sit around the table with Daniel because people around him choke to death. Or not choke to death, but they choke often. So I'm going to just clear myself of that completely. Thanks for the invite as always. The external starting to pop already. Good to see all you guys out there. Other than that, I've got a video that's been on hold for a while for we talked about it, the EverSafe MREs. Still waiting for the coupon code from the company. And they're going to give a discount for anybody that uses whatever that coupon code is. So once it comes out, and if you need to restock some MREs, go ahead and use it and get a discount. But I haven't heard back from them yet. But ready to get this thing rolling.
All right, well, let's start with the elephant in the room. The bump fire stocks, and Pops is not in the room. I know he had a little bit of issue with it. Pro con, I'm not sure. I just a little bit beforehand, before we went live, I know he had a little bit. He wanted to talk to about that a little bit. Personally, I think it's BS for the NRA to look at banning those. I think it's a novelty item. I really do. I don't think it's necessary for the Second Amendment, but at the same time, it does not violate any federal law that's in place, not that that really freaking matters when it comes to the Second Amendment, because according to the Second Amendment, I should actually be able to own a fully automatic machine gun. I can own a cannon, and I should be able to own a fully automatic machine gun, because the whole Second Amendment was to be able to overthrow the government if it stepped over its bounds. So the bump fire is a novelty item. Okay, I'm just giving you I'm just going to spill out my point of view, and then I'll let the panel say whatever the fuck they want. But I don't think the bump fire infringes on any kind of human rights or anything else. It's a yes, it does allow you to fire the gun very rapidly, but inaccurate. But that being said, it's like any other novelty item, any other accessory on a gun. I know you had an issue with I'm not even gonna get into it because I went back and had to watch that video, and I see where he was coming from, and I don't think the NRA should back off. I don't think any of us should back off. I mean, one pull of the trigger, one round goes off. How that happens, it doesn't matter, because you can bump fire a gun without that stock, and probably about as accurate. So it might allow somebody without practice to do it better, but somebody that practices it could do it just the same without that stock. So that stock really doesn't make a difference in the world. I mean, assault rifles account for like 0.0000000, you know, of fatalities in America. I mean, a few years ago, a dishwasher actually, back when the Brady Bill was going through, dishwashers killed more people than assault rifles. Dishwashers. You know how? The mom's got the fucking door open, there's forks and knives and sticking up, and there were kids tripping, or a parent or whatever fell in the dishwasher. There was more people killed by dishwashers than fucking assault rifles, or so-called assault rifles.
Right.
So this whole argument of these guns, we can afford to lose liberties by giving in to the liberal left on anything is bullshit. That's my stance, and I give the floor to the panel, and unless y'all get too unruly, I won't mute anybody.
Hey, you know I want to talk about this, so I'll just, if you don't mind, I'll go ahead and say my piece here. I first, before I say anything, I don't think that anything that's legal now should be made illegal in the future. Okay? So that covers everything. Now you know how I stand. Now, go back 30 or 40 years to where full auto was made illegal for us. To my knowledge, we have never been able to own hand grenades, which is bullshit. I'd love to have a few hand grenades. They would come in handy on deer hunting and stuff. Tanks. I mean, old tanks are cheap. I'd like to own some tanks and get ammo, and I'd love to be able to own tanks. I mean, I think as the government gets new tanks, the citizens should get the older tanks, like they sell them over to, you know, third world countries for them to defend themselves. I don't see any reason why we can't own tanks or MRAPs or anything. I mean, to me, the Second Amendment basically says that we have the right to bear arms, and that to me says we're on the same level as anything that's considered America. So the government, if they can have, you know, something, we should too. So, okay, so now you understand my view of the Second Amendment. Now, where I got a little butthurt, was when Matt Resist the Tyranny put his last video up, was saying, look, if you disagree with the whole bumfire thing, then you're not really a patriot. Like, you don't believe in the Second Amendment. He kind of put it out there where you're a lesser of a supporter of the Second Amendment than most people. Well, why aren't the people that say those kinds of things out fighting for our rights to have grenades, fucking Dillon miniguns, tanks, and shit like that? I don't see anybody out there proactively trying to get our rights back that we have lost. Grenades and all this shit. So you kind of have to be careful what you say, because the way I see it is a bump fire stock is pretty much, we can all go through we can all like try to piecemeal it through and act like it's not really full auto, but it basically is full auto. Now, I've shot a full auto M16 before, and I can tell you right now that a full auto M16 is very ineffective. It's not good in a gunfight. I wouldn't want it. There's no need for it. You have better kills at 3-round bursts, which is why the military went from M16 fully auto to 3-round bursts. After the 3rd round, your shots aren't being placed properly, and so they decided the full auto thing just didn't make sense. So for me, a bump fire stock doesn't make sense. If I'm going to defend my family, if I'm going to defend my country, if I'm going to go and do any kind of a tactical, killing of bad guys, I don't want full auto. I don't want full auto. So for me to say that I don't care if they take a bump fire stock from me doesn't make me less of a patriot or less of a supporter of the Second Amendment. It's my personal belief based on what I know and are the facts, and that full auto, unless it's mounted on a tank, is not practical. And that's it. I'm done. So.
Okay. Nobody jumped in.
There's
Don't
a
miss your chance.
way bigger.
I saw a vid.
I'll go ahead, guys. Y'all go ahead. Y'all go
All
ahead.
right. So I saw a video. I think it was on Wednesday. It was a few days after the incident in Las Vegas, where a guy did a video on the bump fire stock and basically illustrated rather, what Robbie was just talking about. And yeah, you got this automatic, if you get good at it, using it, weapon. But he also illustrated the point that the same weapon in a semi-automatic fashion is far more accurate, and it's basically you're just pissing away ammo for the sake of making loud noises. And yeah, I imagine that shooting a full auto firearm, I've never had the opportunity to do that, but just spraying, literally, it's just like Gavin Newsom or Kevin De Leon would, or whoever it is, pick a libtard, that's the sound they make. All you're doing. I suppose if you had, well, I'm not even going to go there, but yeah, I just don't see it as an infringement on, so to speak. It's a cool toy, and I kind of understand where the guy that you were talking about, Robbie, I can't think of his channel or name right now, Resist Tyranny, right? Where he's coming from, but at the same time, I don't think because I'm absolutely completely uninterested in owning any bump fire anything makes me less of a patriot if I don't really care if they get banned. NRA member, a Guns of America member, a member of California Rifle and Pistol Association. For some reason or another, keep donating money to these groups, even though I'm not really getting much from them. To me, that's making a difference. So
I went and got a piece of mail from the NRA. And for the NRA to fold on this subject, I don't own one. Yes, I think it's a novelty item. It's for the guy that wants to look cool when he's shooting with his buddies and just burn some ammo. But I think, you know, when I finally get to go down to the farm, if I want to roll up there on a Sherman tank so have a camper that I can shoot, I want to be able to do it. And for them to keep taking these things away and just to fold like France right off the bat and not use this maybe as a tool to help us get suppressors legalized where we don't have to get a stamp, and the national reciprocity and constitutional carry in all 50 states, the District of Columbia, and all U.S. territories. I mean, that could have been a great bargaining chip, at the least.
Yeah, but real quickly, has the NRA made an official statement on their decision on these things?
Not that I know.
Last thing I heard was they were going to consider supporting the ban of this. To me, I don't know if they've actually made a statement on these yet. Am I wrong?
No,
That was a statement for NFA to look at, is what I believe.
That's kind of, so everyone's a little bit jumping on this. So I mean, kind of have to be careful.
Yeah.
Well, I got to go with the bigger elephant in the room, and that is, out of all the videos you've ever seen, if you were to take those minutes of videos and listen to the shots being fired, how perfectly consistent those were, I still say it's not a bump fire. It almost sounded belt fed because of the reliability. And
I said belt fed too at first. Yeah.
And I think it's some, you know, tinfoil hat idea, but I think that was that has nothing to do with the bump fire freaking gun that some I think he was 68 years old was using. You only have 30 round mags unless he had a 60 round mag or some type of whatever he had, but it was so perfectly consistent with no screw ups in it.
He had surefire hundreds.
That's not true, Rick. If you go back and listen to a lot of the strings of fire, the cyclic rate is constantly changing.
It does speed up and slow down.
It's not automatic and it's not belt fed. Listen to those. It speeds up. It slows down.
Yeah, but if you go listen to the first shot,
I don't think we should really get into this, like the whole fucking like what he did. And,
well,
that's not what we're talking about.
No. But I'm saying, like, there was a point in there, and it wasn't the first shots that was perfect cycle. I'm saying it's different guns. I'm just saying it doesn't have anything to do with bump fire. But to get back to the question, I think if you move an inch on anything, the next thing will be triggers, normal Geisley triggers for 3-gun. The next thing will be freaking scopes. The next thing, it's like
that is the point. If you take away, that was the point of Matt's video. If you take away the fact that this was an accessory and you outlaw a accessory, okay, well, what's the next point? Okay, you can't have a custom trigger. Okay, next thing we know, we'll outlaw optics. We'll outlaw fucking custom front stocks because it makes them more deadly. I get his point. And to be honest, and I'm not against you, Rob. I'm not. We didn't even discuss this, not really extensively. But I get his point. This is a accessory to a rifle. Hell, look at the fucking New York fucking ARs. What kind of monstrosity is that shit? Have you seen what a New York compliant AR is?
Oh yeah.
In far as California, look at it. Okay, well, you can't have a 20-round mag. You can't have a 15-round mag. You can't have a 30-round mag. That is an accessory. So anytime you give people an inch, you give them a mile. I say fuck any legislation against any gun law whatsoever.
Well, in my opening statement, I made it perfectly clear that I did not support outlawing anything that was currently legal. Did I not? So we agree. what I was kind of trying to debate in a sense was more or less his method and his message. And then I gave my thoughts on fully auto, but there, you know, just so you know, I agree with you. I don't agree with outlawing anything that's currently legal, and I'll just keep it at that. Because when they do take something, they take something else, and we all know that, you know. So I don't. You and me are on the same page. That's.
We know
And as
this,
far as
Rob.
I know, none of us here own a bump stock.
I don't know one of those stupid ass things.
Yeah, I don't have one.
I don't think they should make them
No, I
illegal,
don't have one.
but at the same time, I don't own one, and I don't even want one.
Fucking, it's a waste of money.
I mean, but I think we're all in agreement as far as not giving an inch. I mean, the left, they don't give an inch. Look at Congress. The left votes as one solid block. When was the last time a Democrat had voted against the party? Can anybody remember that?
I wasn't around.
Yeah, I don't keep up with that, but maybe never. Is that the right answer?
Well, at least for the last 6-7 years that I know of personally.
I mean, I don't believe in Priuses, but I don't think they should be illegal.
And if you think of driving a Prius is going to save the planet, you need to have your balls shipped to some other man.
They already were. That's why they're buying them. Does anybody out there in the external have a bump fire stock?
That's a good question.
Because there's what?
As a side note, I was just reading through the side chat, and Captain Shark was saying in Massachusetts, if you own a semi-automatic, I imagine that's what he was referring to, or basically any handgun has to have at least a 14-pound trigger pull.
14 pounds?
That's insane.
Well,
You have to try to do that. I mean,
there.
that takes extra parts and shit. Good. California was
well,
fun.
y'all know, everybody knows Gil from Hard Target. They have a special roster of guns, and on the side of the box, it says for that state, and the trigger pull is fucking enormous. He's done videos on it.
That'll make you a good shooter. There's a plus to it. There's always a plus to something.
So my question is, do law enforcement get at least guns they can hit shit with? Hopefully.
I don't know.
Cops don't know.
Have you not looked at the statistics on that? Fuck, we can't hit nothing.
We can't hit shit.
Uh,
The police
I'll
in
tell you
New York have to have that heavier pound trigger.
I shot with a USPSA guy that was law enforcement, and he kicked my ass. So,
all right, I'm going to put a comment that can everybody see? Not everybody on the external, but can everybody on the internal see the internal chat?
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
All right, I'm going to post a question, and you let me know if we should talk about it or not. Okay? Fair enough.
Yeah, it's your chat. Fuck.
Yeah,
Okay. Well, because it's something that it's a touchy subject. It seems obvious to me,
I already know
but
what you're
I
going to say.
want to ask your opinion on it. Okay?
I have no idea what you're
type,
saying.
type it in before we talk about it, because it's such a. I'll shut up. Y'all keep talking.
I'll guess what you're going to say.
Yeah, put the fucking question in there. Shut up and fucking put the question in there.
I was right, huh?
Well, if that's the question, then yeah. I mean, because we definitely need to talk about that. But we'll wait and see what he says.
I bet you I'm close. I better not talk about that.
No, I don't think that would be good. Because you know what? There's two ways to skin a cat, but there's no need to talk about some of that shit. Really.
Okay, that's why I want to do it on the internal, because it's like, you know, actually that is the fucking elephant in the room. It's like you don't. Okay.
Yeah, we don't need to go there, but you're absolutely right.
Okay. All right. Next subject. What else are we going to talk about?
How about
Well,
the war today?
let's talk about what Rick put in there. Antifa November 4th. I mean, is it November 4th? Is it November?
Yeah.
Okay.
You know what? Okay, I'll interject here because I've got a lot of feedback from a recent video that I've done. And I've had a lot of accusations about me calling for civil war. And it's like, have none of you motherfuckers watched anything? I'm not the one that called for fucking civil war. These fucking people did. Okay, I'm trying to be nice.
Yeah, trying
These people did.
really hard.
I want the police and the National Guard and, you know, law enforcement to deal with them. But then November 5th, if I want to take Sonia out to a restaurant and 3 or 4 guys decide, hey, we're going to take these K-bars and stab somebody, because this is the videos they're putting out, how to stab people, how to fucking shoot people, and, you know, just random. If you see a white person, they're a racist, they're a fucking Nazi, just fucking shoot them, kill them. You know, I'm not an innocent fucking victim. That's the reason I made that video. And I'm sick and fucking tired of these motherfuckers saying that I'm calling for a civil war. No, I didn't. These fucking fascist, socialist, communist motherfuckers did. I didn't do it. They did.
TR, just remember, these people are snowflake fucking bitches. They're all disgruntled because they feel threatened. They don't have a safe space. They don't have a crayon and a coloring book, and they have no puppy to pet. They don't have Play-Doh to play with.
Their election
Feeling very vulnerable, and yeah, just let them have their say and move on. They're just whiny little girls.
Whiny little girls that have gone out and hired gang members to be their frontline muscle. I mean, they've got this organized in a 3-layer. They got their frontline muscle with the clubs and the bicycle chains that retreats back into the 2nd and 3rd layer of people. The 3rd layer of people is just, you know, the people that are just standing there. You know, the ones that are getting paid by Soros and whoever. But, I mean, they get lost in the crowd.
Well, we got one level of protection around my house. And if you fucking step over that level, you get a fucking bullet in the face.
In the face.
In the face. And I'm good enough to get a headshot these days. I used to not always be, but that's one thing good about this USPSA. It's made me good at headshots. So fuck all these assholes.
Boom. Shoot him in the face.
Shoot him in the face.
I just want to thank all you guys that got us into shooting these CZs, because I'm down there in a single stage press today. And I deprimed a coffee thing full of 9mm brass.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's all I got done. It's deprimed. I didn't make any. I just deprimed it.
There's nothing better than sitting at a reloading press with either a good cup of coffee or a beer and a shitload of bullets and brass and just going to town. I mean, music blaring, just like it's almost like going to church, quite honestly.
In the last day and a half, I made 400 rounds. There you go, Daniel.
I'm on a single stage. You got that nice 650 Dillon, and you got that blister on your palm.
No, I don't.
Oh, it went away?
Because I got the new roller.
Yeah. Well, I'm down there feeling it. And it's like I'm thinking of you while I'm depriming this stuff.
Whoa. Whoa.
And not in a good way.
Okay, good.
What's my name?
I mean, reloading in general is becoming a little bit of a burden, but it's what you do while you're reloading that makes it fun, really.
Like live chats with too much light. That's always my favorite.
Yeah, I was like, good God, he's going to fucking be blind when he's done with this. I don't have any of those fancy lights.
I don't know if you want them.
Yeah, as far as the Antifa, I really think it's going to fizzle out. I think I think they are going to cause some mayhem, but it's going to be in your very liberal towns and cities, states, and I hope the police are able to. I hope they quit standing back. I hope they get active. And I'm not pointing fingers at you, Blue, because you live in a red state just like me, and the chances of mayhem happening are very, very low, but it's there. But your Berkeley's, your New York, your LA, you know, these very liberal cities, there may be some bullshit that goes down. I'm not really worried about it where I live, and I'm not going looking for a fight. But afterwards, after it either fizzles out or it comes to a climax, I'm still kind of, believe it or not, kind of concerned about it. But I mean, I'm a concealed weapon permit holder. I carry every day. And all I can say is, I mean, I hope they don't get to drop on me. That's all I can say. You know, some little fanatical little fucking dweeb with a knife comes up behind me and stabs me in the back thinking that he's part of the cause and punches me in the fucking kidney with a knife. I mean, this is the mentality that they're projecting to these young, influential people that got no fucking idea what they're fighting for. And this is what scares me. It's not so much that I'm really scared. It's just that it's not so much me as the other people that's out there. And I hate to take it to a serious level on this, but if you look into it, I don't think they're going to cause a revolution in America. Don't get me wrong, but they're going to hurt a lot of innocent people. Mm-hmm. And that fucking concerns me. Am I wrong for having that concern?
No, not at all. No. Especially like what you just said, the big cities, the big towns, that's where the big college campuses, that's where the shit's going to happen. You know, they're not going to spew over down to the farm. They're not going to spew over down to, you know, where I live or you live. But you could still, like you just said, you're going to have that possibility of somebody that wants to follow along and just, you know, to be that lone wolf Antifa in small town USA and cause mayhem. I mean, they could definitely do it. It's just, I hope that the big cities actually let the reins off their police officers. And if they know that shit's getting bad, call in the National Guard and start. And if it's a forcible felony, start dropping these fuckers. That's all it comes down to.
I have a buddy that I'm really good friends with on YouTube who has a cooking channel. I'm not going to say the name of the channel, but he is in law enforcement, and he's a senior officer, I guess you could say, and is building some, I guess, speculative walls. He's engineering several different versions of the wall in his city, and right on the Mexican border. And chief of the city, etc., have really just gone to the extent of saying, you know, we're going to start building these walls and we expect pushback from it. And they're instructing the law enforcement officers to go to what my buddy refers to as hats and bats. They're not going to stand down and just let people who don't agree with the wall like interfere with the construction of these model walls to decide what they're going to go with, but they're going to be constructed in this area and kind of set up this kind of pile of officers, so to speak, specifically to go into hats and bats, and they're going to guard the construction workers.
Now, didn't your governor just come down and make California a sanctuary, not city, a sanctuary state?
Well, yeah, he did. Thanks, Jerry. But that doesn't have a lot to do with protecting citizens. So if somebody wants to get all butthurt about somebody putting up a wall and decide, bottles full of urine and gasoline or whatever at construction workers are just trying to do their job, there's no reason why, regardless of who's trying to interfere with their job, the law enforcement officer shouldn't be able to. So it was really refreshing to hear, especially in the city that he's in, which is kind of like borderline conservative slash. There's a lot of people there. Obviously, it's right over the border in California, and so you'd expect a lot of pushback, I guess. But it was really, really refreshing to hear that it's beginning getting engineered, and B, that law enforcement are actually being instructed to, start assembling to protect these people, assembling the wall.
See, now this kind of riding off the coattails of what you just said. I put this in the external just a little bit ago. What are your guys' feelings on, and I mean every news network, mainstream news, your local paper, your whatever. Everybody's coming out now and saying that this is the America that we live in, and this is what we have to get used to. I say fuck that. This is not the America any of us grew up in. This is not the America where any of us want this to go to. I say we start busting heads and actually holding these people accountable. I mean, what's your guys' thoughts on that?
The problem is that our entire society has become so politically correct. We've been forced to be politically correct, and it's really a barricade. Literally, it's a barricade. It's if we don't say the right things, or we don't act the right way, if we don't take care of business in the right steps, everybody ends up looking like an asshole, and it's stupid. The most impeding factor. If we could go back to the 1950s when we call an asshole an asshole, we get a lot more shit done. I guarantee you that.
A number of years ago, when Congress repealed the law about using propaganda on the United States citizen, that's when it all started rolling downhill, and the media has just snowballed since. They're talking. They're just like, the left party. They're walking in lockstep.
I don't even think we have to go back that far. Hell, in the 80s, back when I was a teenager, I was bagging groceries. I would take groceries out to a truck. There was a fucking rifle rack in the back window. With the windows down, the truck wasn't locked. There was a shotgun and a 22 at least.
When I was in high school, there would be dudes drive their trucks with guns in the. You'd park your car with shotgun rifle in the back window in a high school parking lot.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's the high school parking lot, and if you're worried about your guns getting ripped off, you could take them right to the principal's office, and he would keep them there.
So I don't know what's the answer. We're just dealing with this. Incrementally, we're just dealing with this, I guess, is what we're doing. So,
but we're not dealing as America. We are not dealing with this. We're giving them their safe spaces, and we've seen it time and time again, where mayors or governors or whatever tell officers to stand down. Do not. No. You give it's just like our gun debate. You give them an inch, they're going to take a mile.
Yeah, but governors can't tell the citizens to stand down.
And if the citizens show up, that's why it's not up to the citizens. It should not be. It will be eventually, I do believe. But if if our government fails us, which they've been doing, there needs to be a huge turnaround in government where this shit is not acceptable and you get dropped on the spot or you face huge jail time instead of this stupid shit. You get probation, you get this, you get, screw that. You just beat a man within an inch of his life. Your ass is in jail.
Yeah, and the police.
I think it still goes back to.
They need to be held accountable for that shit. That's the problem we've been having. It's either the mayor or the city council is telling the police chief, "I'll just let them do it," or whatever's going on. They can't. They need to be held accountable, get voted out, or thrown in prison.
It goes back a lot to political correctness, and it's exactly that, political correctness. And a lot of these governors, state assemblymen, mayors, they all want to get reelected, so they have to speak really softly and make sure they cover all their bases. They don't want to offend any of the right choices where they can please the most amount of people so they can get reelected. They're not sad. It's really fucking sad. And I have to commend Trump for really not playing into the politically correct politics. He says whatever the fuck he wants, and yeah, he gets a lot of grief for it. Whatever. It's just life still going on. Fuck yeah, it is. So it's really just come down to politically correctness. All these leaders of our cities, states, and what have you are just destroying the United States, in my opinion, because they're in fear for their jobs. They don't want to offend anybody, and they want to make sure everyone is included. And you know what? Fucking life isn't like that.
Now, I'm not interjecting, but we had not too long ago, there was mom and pop bakeries. Hell, I even think it hit Walmart to where they weren't allowed to make certain cakes with rebel flags, but yet they turned around and did an ISIS cake. They did, this type of shit. And now we're seeing it to where the gay community is kicking out Christians just because they're Christian, and there's no, I don't want to say ramification, but it's barely making a mark. If it's good for one, it's fucking good for all. Quit being, like we keep saying, quit being a goddamn pussy and just do your job. If you have a bakery and you want to sell cakes, sell them. Don't, this whole thing just, it pisses me off, and it just.
Well, the pussification of America is coming to a head. That's the bottom line. I don't give a damn if I offend anybody or everybody. The pussification of America. When you can't speak your mind, you have every right to be an asshole. You shouldn't be sued for being an asshole. You shouldn't have a suit brought against you for being an asshole. If I call you a pussy, you don't have any right for repercussions other than calling me an asshole.
That's right.
These little anti-fa, little faggots, fuck you. I don't care. You're a bunch of little pussies, and you're actually arming up. I've seen video after video. They're actually arming up, but you're a bunch of little wusses. This will.
No, they think they're arming up. They don't. They have no idea. They really don't.
Yeah, I really think a few people will die over this. And what I'm afraid of is our federal government, just like this shooting in Las Vegas, I'm afraid our federal government is going to, just like the bump fire stocks, they're going after something. It's a problem, reaction, solution. Okay, we got to get rid of the bump fire stocks because that's what this guy used. One fucking time, this thing was used, and all of a sudden we need to pass laws for it. Are you fucking kidding me? Over 50 people a month die in Chicago. with illegal guns, black on black crime. Not one fucking word said about that. This one guy kills 50 people, 58 people, 59 people, whatever it is. It's a tragedy. It is a tragedy. But that many dies, more than that, dies every month in Chicago with illegal guns in the most restrictive gun city in America, or one of the most restrictive gun cities in America. Gun laws don't fucking work. So to comply, to say, okay, we'll give you that, no, fuck you. It don't fucking work. It don't fucking work.
So what you're saying is, if you spread the deaths out over a month, it's not really that big of a deal.
Well, that's a left-run city, so you're not going to see that on the news. Now, this Antifa, these people are anarchists. And what my biggest fear is, okay, with this November 4th thing, is for them to move their agenda forward. Okay, there's enough people right now where, yes, some people are probably going to get killed during that date. Now, your local law enforcement, like your town police and your sheriffs, they're not going to go into people's homes and confiscate weapons. They've already stated that. Well, if this happens, that could be some new thing where they can federalize all law enforcement in the United States. And then they would have somebody that would go into your homes and take your guns. I mean,
no, just be ready to shoot back, kill all those fuckers, problem solved.
And that's where the real civil war would start.
No, because they'd be dead. It would start and it'd be ended in like 10 minutes.
I've been asking a lot of military guys that's that's active right now, how much is the military being taught the Constitution once they get out of basic training? I did 20 years, and the only time I ever was taught anything about the Constitution by our government in the military was just a couple of classes in boot camp.
Dude, I never got no class. They said, raise your right hand and fucking repeat after me, and you took the oath, and that was it. There was no classes.
Yeah, boot camp, I mean, it's like an hour or so, and that was it.
I learned more about the oath when I got out.
Exactly. Now, you got taught the military code of justice, but you didn't get taught the fucking Constitution.
No.
When are we going to actually address the actual problem with the gun violence? It's not me. It's not you. It's probably not most of the people in the chat. It's mental health.
But there's no such thing as gun violence. There's only violence.
Well, yeah, there's violence. Exactly. I misstated that. But I mean, it is. It's 100% mental health related. Look at all these mass shooters within the last decade. It's mental health. How many of them are on some type of antidepressant? How many are on so many drugs that would, basically tranquilize an elephant? And these are the people that are continually committing this.
The question is, how many of them aren't on mental health prescriptions?
I would say probably about 95 to 98% are.
Yeah, I would go with the 98 to up. Yeah.
Well, you got a whole generation that's on Ritalin, and when they've never learned how to deal with the bully in school, and they get older and didn't learn to grow a thick skin or learn how to fight with their hands. What's coming? It's going to get worse.
Or open a can with the can opener.
And I want to bring up, let me just change the subject for a minute, and we can debate or just a little tidbit of information. Just a little tidbit. Because they keep saying that this was the worst American massacre in America. Maybe by one man. Maybe that's the difference. But the last American massacre that I can think of was Waco, when the United States government killed 82 American people in one day.
And the War of Northern Aggression always sticks in my head. So
yeah. And there actually was a massacre in the 1800s that killed like 140 people. Most were black. There's like 4 white people. 1870s or something like that. I forget. But in recent history, Our fucking government killed 82 United States citizens, period, in one day. Don't tell me this was the worst massacre in fucking America. But that was a long time ago, so it don't count, I guess.
Now, I mean, the facts only matter when it's shit you can remember. I mean, that is pretty much true about, you know, news and stuff like that. So.
Yeah, if it's the government, I don't care what government, looking back before Christ, internet, TV, even electric, if the government committed a mass shooting, it wasn't a mass shooting.
No.
It never happened.
No, it was a war of northern aggression. Y'all can tell where I stand.
I just thought I'd bring that up. I seen somebody mention that in some kind of post or something here the other day. And I was like, yep, you know what? You're right. There's women and children that got CS gas to the point that either it knocked them out or killed them. If it didn't kill them, it made them incapacitated and the fire killed them. Our government done that shit. And this is the same government that you want to give leeway to. No, Trump isn't tough enough. But you know what? I'll take Trump over the shit that we've been given as a choice in the last 20 years. I want a guy to come up there and say, you know what? Fuck you. No, we ain't going to do that. Oh, this guy didn't do that? Now, fuck him. Let me tweet about it. You know, because the time for political correctness is over. If we're going to take this country back, we got to make a stand. We got to make a start. I don't want revolution. I don't want civil war. But we're going to have to drop the bullshit and start getting to business. You know what? This is bullshit. I don't give a shit about your feelings. This is what's best for the country. This is what we're going to do. I don't care if it hurts your little fucking feelings. You know, this is what's got to be done. We got to move forward. We can't back up and cuddle your little fucking pansy ass. That shit needs to stop. This shit is irritating the fuck out of me.
No, I agree with you. It's frustrating. I'll be the first one to agree with you. It's time to go on a little offensive, at least to some degree. Don't let them get away with stuff. And as far as Waco goes, all they had to do was leave everything alone. The best thing they could have done was do nothing. But the minute they tried to go in there and a couple dudes got shot or killed, I can't remember how it went down, all of a sudden it was a vendetta. And it was on. And they murdered all those people in there because of their fucking ego. All they had to do was just go away. They could have arrested him on a traffic stop like 3 months later. They were responsible for killing all those people in there.
And those people that went and knocked on the door, they were going in there to confiscate those guns. The people that were in the house shot the people at the door. Is that how it went down? And then here comes the whole cavalry.
Yeah, the first time. I mean, I don't know. It's been a long time, but I remember them going on that roof, and then they got shot, and they retreated. The FBI retreated. I can't remember how many people got shot or killed that day. But what they should have done after that day was gone, okay, we need to just go away and let these people go about their business and then get them later. But the minute they got shot at on public television, that's it. It's over. It's a war now, and we're going to kill them. And they did. They killed them.
And that's probably the way it's going to come down to when they start knocking on people's private homes and their doors to come in to confiscate guns. That's what we could see.
Well, they're outnumbered on that, but, you know.
You're going to need a lot more news cameras, too.
Yeah, and more helicopters.
Well, there wasn't social media then. There wasn't the internet on your phone. There wasn't instant gratification to see what was going on. So we had to rely on the national media. And they kept saying it was David Koresh, David Koresh, David Koresh. David Koresh was in town almost every week. If they really wanted David Koresh to question him on whatever it was they wanted to question him about, all they had to do was wait till he come in town and arrest him. No, they did an onslaught. I mean, if you back a squirrel into a corner, he's going to fight back. And that's what the federal government did. They did this big onslaught. You scared the shit out of them. They automatically thought you was there to kill them. And guess what? You did. You know, you can't say, oh, all you had to do was come to the door and we just wanted to question you. Well, hey, you could have questioned him at any time. You didn't need a fucking army to show up to question him.
That's right.
And I know a lot of people don't know about the whole Waco incident, but if you do your research on it, go back and look at it. The federal government fucked that up from the beginning, or maybe they didn't. Maybe that was their intent to start with. Because they tried to instill in us that, oh, look, these factions are out there and they're doing this and this and this, and they got these illegal guns and they're doing this. And when it all fucking settled down, there was not one illegal gun on that compound.
No, because they burned it to the ground. There was no evidence.
Well, I mean, even the ones they found, I mean, okay, they had Barretts, 50 cows. They had AKs, they had ARs, whatever.
Yeah, there's nothing illegal.
Exactly. There were no full auto firearms with nobody without a license. I mean, nothing they had was illegal, but that was their initial claim. And then their secondary claim was, oh, there was a, you know,
child abuse and shit like that.
Yeah, men marrying children and stuff like that. But they never could really prove that. All they had to do was, you know, knock on the fucking door. Hey, David, I want to talk to you. Blah, blah, blah. You know, I mean, come on. But that's not the way it went down. They come on with a full military force, onslaughtered them. If you want to go back and see some.
The worst thing was they had, what, 45 days? Or how many days was it? They had all this time to think about what they're doing. And they still fucked it up. You give me 2 days to think about it, I'm going, no, just fuck, we're out of here. Sorry. Have a nice day. We'll catch you on the roadside. We're out. I mean, these fuckers had all the time in the world to unfuck their stupid asses, and they didn't do it.
At that point, there was so much media and news coverage that I think if they would have folded, they would have felt like they'd quit or whatever you want to call it.
Oh, and the bad thing, I mean, well, not the bad thing. The bad thing is 82 people died. I think it was 82. It might have been more, but I know at least 82. But then they showed the armored vehicles were like, because that David Koresh was in the muscle cars, and he had a bunch of them out there, and they were like backing up and going forward, backing up, just crushing all the cars, like, you know, in spite. And in the meantime, they're gassing the children and women. They're busting into the side of the damn. I mean, oh my God, if you don't know about Waco, please go do your research. Go watch videos on that. What a fuck fest that was. And it was our federal fucking government that did this shit under Janet Reno and Bill Clinton. And they want to talk about the right being Nazis and fascists and social or whatever. Give me a fucking break.
That is a black eye on America for sure, and it really lets us see what our law enforcement, no offense, Blue, but at a federal level, you know, the minute there's an ego involved, all of a sudden justice is not blind anymore. It has its own personal path, and that's just terrible.
Ruby Ridge is another one. I'm gonna take y'all down a little history lesson. Okay,
No,
I know Rob. I mean, he's in my age group. He knows about this.
yeah.
After you go look up Waco, do your research on that. Go look up Ruby Ridge. The first shot was at the wife while she's holding a baby, standing on the front porch. A federal agent shot this man's wife and baby while they were standing on the front porch. And went after the stand down happened, after it was all said and done, it went to court. The shotgun that this whole fucking thing was about turned out to be legal. Now, this guy, he was a little bit standoffish of the federal government, and he kind of like did a retreat and blah, blah, blah. They were scaring the shit out of him. You know, it was a little iffy on some things, but at the same time, when it came down to it, a judge looked at it and was like, he didn't do anything illegal. But in the meantime, you done shot his son, you shot his baby, you shot his wife on a stand down because you rushed in on him to make him the bad guy. And when it turns out he didn't do anything illegal.
It was the ATF agent that asked him to cut the shotgun barrel in the first place. And then they tried to use him as a mole to get into a group, and the guy refused because he wanted nothing to do with the group or the FBI.
Yeah, and don't look now, but the fucking federal government scares the shit out of me. Fuck, I mean, they are the ultimate power of do whatever they want. They answer to nobody. They can make your might. They can destroy your life in many different ways. And I'm not saying at the end of a gun barrel, although that's what it comes down to. But they can destroy your life in many ways without even lifting a fucking finger. So, yeah, am I a no trust the government? Yeah, I don't trust the government. Fuck them, you know.
Yeah, how many Tea Party members got IRS audits during that one election?
Yeah.
Well, not me, because I know how to. I shouldn't even say this in public, but I know how to do that. I know how to work my bookkeeping so I don't get audited. But you're right; they're targeted.
Well, we have lost our way. The entire reason this was written was to restrict the power of the government. And our fathers, grandfathers, and great-grandfathers have and us, don't get me wrong, I'm not placing blame on others, but we went down a rocky road where we have gave these motherfuckers too much fucking power. What's the answer to it? I don't know. But the entire reason the Constitution was written was to restrict the power of government. So when we call out and want to call out the government, we are actually the ones that are exercising what the intent of the fucking Constitution was. And if anybody wants to call me a crazy man, a fucking tinfoil hat motherfucker, whatever, I don't give a shit. You know, it's water off a duck's back. I don't care. I'm just trying. I'm trying. I don't have kids. I'm trying to save this country for your kids. Okay?
Good point, TR.
Yeah, and I agree. You are a tinfoil hat conspiracy fucking nut job, but I love you.
Mohawk, coot, fucking love you, buddy.
Redneck. I can say that. I are one.
Get her done.
Remember the Battle of Bald Mountain.
Martin Truex Jr. Yes.
Can we switch it for just a minute? Did anybody ever see today's news where Mike Pence walked out of an NFL game today. I think it was San Francisco versus.
Yeah, but why was he even there? That's my question.
He was there to watch a game.
Well, fuck it. Does the motherfucker not own a TV?
I wouldn't have been there. But no, I agree. Why was he there? But yeah, I still like the point where he made a point to stand up and walk out. I mean, it was all a staged event without a doubt, because there's been tweets that, Trump told him if anybody kneels, then you walk out, and that's what he ended up doing. However, I agree. He should have never been there to begin with.
No, I get it, and I think it was cool that he jetted. So, but I mean, the minute the first person took a knee, I was done with the NFL. Not that I ever watched a lot of games, but now I just want to make sure I never do. And to me, to go to a game after all that shit, it's kind of like you're just, maybe it was just airtime or whatever, looking for a little, airtime. But that's fine, whatever. I mean, fuck, Obama spent his whole life on a golf course, so I guess we can go to a football game here and there.
No, and I like your point. All these people that are now like, oh, I'm so offended from the NFL. Fuck, I was offended a year and a half ago. And I haven't watched a goddamn game since then, whenever this whole shit started. And it wasn't just the kneeling for the anthem. It was, I'm not going to go down the rabbit hole we've all gone down before, but, it was the NFL. It was, cancer. It was everything. And I quit watching it because, you can chastise somebody for taking a knee to make a prayer. However, this is happening and you don't have a goddamn thing to say about it. I was done right then. So I'm glad the rest of you finally jumped on the bandwagon.
Budweiser, if they do pull their sponsorship of the NFL, I know of some really good places they can sponsor. Gun channels. I mean, I would actually sit here with a bottle and hold it up just like with my Neat's foot oil.
Hey, Pop Quest mag loaders we need some advertisement. So
yeah. I mean, because YouTube's not giving it to us. Maybe Budweiser can.
Talking about YouTube, man, I got raped. There's like 12 videos that popped up out of nowhere that they're not monetizing. Not that it really matters, but I was like, shit, all of a sudden I got on the radar.
Yeah, I finally got hammered too. They sent me a thing saying, your channel is no longer eligible for monetization because of your video content. And they were like, all your videos now will have this yellow thing. And I clicked on it, and it was like every fucking video. I'm like, oh, my God. I literally got that email yesterday. I'm like, oh, this is the shit everyone's talking about.
And the worst part is it says until you get 1,000 views. Fuck, I'm never going to get 1,000 views. So.
Well, one, I don't give a fuck. So the first thing I did was I clicked on all them videos, and I remonetized them. And it went through. I'm like, yes.
Well, I know I showed Tool Monkey your video, or we were talking about it. You did the Paul Harvey video. That's how I got a copyright strike.
No, I don't got no copyrights. It's just it's a notice that they can't monetize my shit no more. It's not copyright.
Oh, okay. You didn't get a strike.
They're saying that
my content is not. It's not Snowflake approved, is what
it's not Snowflake approved, exactly.
I don't really give a fuck, man.
It's probably a new.
To be honest with you, dude, if y'all see my channel take a weird twist where it's like I'm just going in a totally different direction, you'll understand that YouTube has abandoned me, and I'm gonna fuck them hard. I'm gonna make some videos that are gonna be ridiculous.
Well, if you're in YouTube to make money, I know in our genre, our circle of friends, you're in the wrong fucking genre. You need to be making puppy dog videos. You need to be making, oh, look, I'm going to get kicked in the nuts for 100 minutes. Do shit like that. If you want to shoot guns and talk about guns, talk about politics, and make money off YouTube, you're in the wrong fucking place to be.
No, I agree, and I don't care about the money, but I just want to do it to little bit of a fuck you in the face kind of thing. That's all. So
I thought you were going to throw Mango in the pool and just say, look, my dog swam for the first time.
no, that fucking can't swim.
And then it'll be the first time, wouldn't it?
He can't. He'll go to the bottom. He can't swim. He'll fucking die. He'll die on YouTube. Watch my dog die on YouTube. Yay! Oh, fuck.
How do you know he doesn't know how to swim?
Because I threw him in there.
Oh, okay. So it won't be the first time; it'll be the second time.
No, this son bitch goes straight to the bottom. I had to rescue him.
He's like a rock.
He's a horrible swimmer.
Sounds like me.
He's a good dog though. He will kill you if you even look at my house the wrong way. But he can't swim. So
Water is his kryptonite.
That's right.
absolutely.
So if you're a burglar, jump in the pool. That way Rob can shoot you in the face because you're not leaving the pool.
Yeah, he'll eat your ass up when you come inside. But in a pool, you own him.
Shit, someone's got their timer out. What the hell?
No, that's my email thing. But yeah.
Yeah, dead dogs will ban you for sure. That'll give you a couple strikes right off the get-go.
I got an idea for Blue for his next pool video, and a good chance he'd go viral. They make this little thing called sea dye marker for, in aviation, and a little bit goes a long way. You tell your kids and wife and all that, you put a chemical in the pool that'll turn yellow if they pee in the pool. You just rub a little bit of that sea dye marker in their bathing suit, the whole pool will go yellow. And just film it.
I know that I don't have that problem with my kids because they look forward to jumping out of the pool and peeing in the woods. So,
oh no, just get it on video to say you accuse them of doing it and get it, them denying it.
No, I would almost 100% guarantee my kids don't pee in the pool just because they love pissing outside.
No, you're missing the whole point. He's trying to tell you how to make a viral video here. That's
Pay
all right.
attention, Blue.
They're trying to talk their way out of it, knowing that they're totally innocent, and you just keep egging it on, saying, look, there it is. It's following you all over the place.
It would be traumatizing for life.
Or you do it to your wife, and,
No, that'd be funny.
I think if you try to make a viral video, it'll fail. When you don't try to make one, this is my experience. When you make a stupid video and it goes viral, you're like, what the fuck? Because that's my experience, at least.
You're right. You cannot make a viral video on purpose. It doesn't work.
everybody would have one then, I guess.
And
nope, it doesn't
trust
work.
me,
I'll third that.
You don't want a viral video. This is just my point of view. I'm just telling you, I'm kind of enjoying it. It's kind of funny, but you don't want it. And when I say viral for our genre, I'm up to 165,000 views in 2 weeks on one video, and you don't want that shit. You don't.
No, I agree. I had 172,000 views in 10 days.
Oh, the shit. You know what I'm talking about then.
Yeah, these fuckers come out of the woodwork like you are. It's horrible.
That wasn't that Glock video, was it?
You have a message, sir.
No, it was the ammo. The cop says take your ammo to.
Oh, yeah. To the sheriff.
Oh, God, can y'all please just shut your pie hole? Yeah, I'm not taking my ammo to the cops. Fuck off. God damn.
Are you tarded?
I know. Did you get a haircut today, man? It looks like you're all ready. You're aerodynamic. You're ready to go, man.
Looking good.
Yeah, man. Gray and all. Fucking gray as shit.
Yeah, fuck it. I don't care what color it is as long as it stays.
That's right. You're not bald, so. So when are we going to do the next 3-gun, man?
There's one coming up.
So me and Coda Boy said we're going to leave it in your hands because whenever you're off and you want to do a 3-gun, we'll just show up. So,
all right.
Yeah, you have to let us know.
Okay. I'll give you more info.
I'm ready, though, just so you know. I'm ready.
I just made a bunch of bullets, so I'm good.
I noticed on that last email they sent out, the 3-gun, I think they had it this weekend. They still had long stages, like long range. Did you get that email?
No. I probably did. I just didn't look at it.
Yeah, I was like, fuck, that sucks, because I want to do a 3-gun where it's like 100 yards or less. I don't want to do this fucking bullshit 3, 4 fucking yards. I mean, to me, that's just retarded.
So what you're saying is, I want it to be easy.
Yes, exactly. Thank you.
Well, Rob, they probably just got lazy and didn't want to move the targets back.
I know. That's what sucks. I mean, can y'all, every USPSA match I've ever been to, they totally redesign them every time. I mean, I want to like 3-gun, don't get me wrong, but I don't want to feel like they're a bunch of lazy pussies. So, I mean, come on, let's do it right.
Yeah, there was Walnut Grove last Saturday.
Yeah, I know that. Yep. So is Walnut Grove, is that closer in?
It is, actually. It's a lot closer.
See, I need to go to that. Fuck the Clinton House. I need to go to Walnut Grove.
No, you need to go to both.
Yeah, because that's my only 2 options, basically, in this area.
How far is that place you shoot USPSA from my house?
Cool. Well, I mean, the one by me is 40 minutes from my house.
Okay, so it's...
But Mid Carolina is near Columbia, so that would be like a couple hours from you or whatever. But if you ever want to, it's the second Saturday of every month. A lot of guys go do Palmetto and they go right up there the next Saturday. I don't do it because I'd rather do a little training, a little work and everything. But if you ever want to do USPSA in Columbia on the second Saturday, let me know. I'd definitely go there. And I think Coda Boy would come down and do it too. So.
Yeah, he enjoyed it. All right. Enough of that. Got 95 watching. Only 47 thumbs up, you lazy son of a bitches. Hit the thumbs up button.
God,
the thumbs down button? We don't give a shit. Hit one of them.
Who the fuck would watch this stupid ass chat? That's what I want to know.
We were almost at 100. We were at 98 a few minutes ago.
96 watching, motherfucker. You guys got to get a fucking life. I thumbs it up. I just thumbs it up. So
I can't because it's my chat.
All right. Well,
I mean, I could, but they kind of frown on that shit.
Who does, the YouTube videos?
But I thought for sure, Rob, when you done the Paul Harvey video, and I was like, me and Tool Monkey was like, oh fuck, he's gonna get a strike for that, because that's what I got a strike for.
I've never gotten a copyright strike ever.
That's when I went to my Fun Fisher chat to start doing the chats on.
I remember that. Yeah.
Yep.
No, I've never gotten a copyright chat. I've had videos that they said you can't, it wouldn't publish. Like they wouldn't, certain music, they don't publish it or whatever. I've been down that road, and it's like, well, then you have to take the music off and redo it. But I've never had a video where they said it was strike, so.
Yeah, there's different levels to it. I mean, I've done videos where, especially back when hell, even some of the Let Freedom Ring, I didn't even monetize it from the get-go, and they were like, oh, you can't monetize this. And I'm like, okay, whatever. Copyright strike, boom. But when they do a copyright, it's not a copyright strike, it's a copyright violation. And you get 3 of them within 6 months, and then they kill your channel, and you can never have a YouTube channel again.
Yeah, well, Coda Boy got his first one the other day. Was y'all on that chat when he said he's like, I got a copyright strike? I'm like, oh, don't worry about it. And I guess it's worse, harder, a little more important than I thought. But for someone like him, I mean, he don't want to lose his channel. But it was over that stupid video he made driving down the road, playing all these different songs and stuff.
Well, now, I mean, the normal copyright, it's almost like a copyright infringement, and they'll just, you know, okay, you can't monetize this. It's not a big deal.
Right, but to get that strike, that's kind of a big deal. Like, it's just because he paid like 30 songs in the same video, maybe, because, I mean.
Yeah, strike is a big deal. You can't do chats. You can be a guest on a chat. You can't do a chat. You can't do a over 10-minute video. So it didn't really affect me other than hosting a chat. And that's why I had to go to the Fun Fisher channel for those.
Right.
But for just doing videos, it don't really affect you. But you just got to be careful. It's like, okay, don't do anything with music for a while. Let this shit pass, you know.
See, now maybe you guys can answer this for me, but you know, I've seen videos out there where people take like actual video, like trailers from movies, that type of shit, and they put it on, and they're doing like a commentator. This is what I feel about it, and that doesn't give you a strike. However, I went to a oh hell, what was it? Wings and Cars air show type deal. And I'm walking around, and of course they have music blasting in the background, and I'm just walking around like, hey, you know, check out this plane, you know, this is the state police helicopter, and I'm doing like a little commentary. They fucking ripped that off. They're like, no, absolutely not. You cannot have this on there. And I'm like, it's not my fault that there's music playing, and I'm in a public place. It's not that it's not music quality. You're not going to check that video to listen to, you know, whoever sing a song. It's just, it's in the background. How does that work?
That happened to me with the Bass Pro Shop when I was walking through filming, and I didn't get a strike for that, but they basically, you know, sent me this big long bullshit. I had to fix it, but you can't fix it. You can't.
I always email them back and tell them to fuck off, and that usually works pretty good.
I mean, they sent me a notice once because I'll do, you know, music and dub it in while I'm talking. And they go, hey, we contacted these people and they're going to advertise on that video. That's the only thing I ever seen.
Yeah, that's pretty straightforward. That's usually how it works.
Yeah.
You need
it's like if you play an Elvis song, they're going to send Elvis's people some money. But.
Are you drunk, Pop? You went sideways on us, brother.
Yeah, you need a V8, man.
No, I spilt some soda water on my computer. So I have it standing up to drain.
It looks like he's gone to the left. If you go to the left, Pop.
Have you gone to the left?
I don't lean left or right. I'm just me.
It looks like you're on the left.
In my eyes, you're leaning right, so you're in good stance.
Hey, you're gonna spill that doing that, Rob.
Y'all like LaCroix flavored water?
No,
they're really good.
Water's for.
Hey, this is better than sweet tea, but it's not as expensive.
Yeah, damn Sonia's got me on that foo-foo water as well. So
yeah, man, that's good shit. And you put a little vodka and ice. Oh, damn, that's good.
Well, I can drink one on the way to work, and it makes me feel like I'm drinking a beer.
I tried some whiskey and what's that Mountain Dew shit around here? Cherry wine, or it's a southern thing. It's like Dr. Pepper kind of. What's that shit called?
Cheer wine.
Cheer wine. Yeah, I had a whiskey cheer wine. Tried that out the other night. It wasn't bad.
That sounds pretty good, actually.
Yeah, it wasn't bad.
Oh, excuse me.
Yeah, damn women are corrupt you. That like I said, that damn Sonia's got me drinking Perrier and that LaCroix and horse shit like that.
Good for you.
That's what women will do to you.
Yeah, I already know.
Builds character, dude. Just stick with it. Just stick with it. Builds character.
That's right.
I'm trying to stay true. Hey, I did get to go do some fishing yesterday. I caught a really big bluegill. I'm scouting out the little lake.
Was that
did you post that on your Fun Fisher channel or?
No, I did a little Instagram post on it.
I
but
saw that.
I don't have Instagram or
It didn't look
Facebook.
that big there, TR. Sorry, buddy.
for a brim, for a bluegill, that was a big bluegill.
Anything
I mean,
bigger than your hand is a big fucking bluegill.
Mhm.
Yeah, it was bigger than my hand.
Yeah.
4 or 5 of them would have been a fucking fish fry.
Yeah.
I threw them back, but I was just scouting out the area.
What'd you catch
You
them
know, I mean, I wasn't high tech. I was just using corn. You know,
on? Corn.
Canned corn?
some bitch. That's what he bid it on. So hey, it
Oh,
works.
yeah, I thought that shit was illegal here. WD-40.
Yes, corn can be illegal. It depends on where you're fishing with it. So you got to be careful with that. But this is a private lake. I don't give a fuck.
There you go.
You guys need to start training your wives and girlfriends right. I mean, my wife was out there shooting her bow for about 2 hours. Then she went with me to go dump some corn in front of some tree stands. And I sat there just de-priming bullets while she cleaned the basement.
You'd have more time to screw off if you throw that freaking single stage press in the trash.
If I had that 650, I would have to help her clean the basement because I would have been done.
Exactly.
That's a good point. I like that.
You
Hey,
just load
the
more
one
ammo. Are you done yet? No? Okay, I got another 100 rounds. Start priming up, filling that primer tube up.
I'll be right there, baby. I'll be right there.
Hey, getting back to the
keeps
fish.
going right back to where you know, Pop and I have always been saying, what's your time worth? You must have something else to do with your time. Do you want to do a single stage, or do you want to have a progressive where you can get a whole bunch of shit done in a whole bunch of time, or in a very little amount of time, rather? So you have other things to do, like clean the basement with your wife.
SoCal, the doctor told me Friday I can go back to work. So
You're fucked.
I went out there, I got 2 applications in, and I suspect that I'm going to be having a job no later than Tuesday.
I suspect we
I
won't
would
be
just
seeing
say
this
get a
much.
650 and reload. Just start reloading. Forget about a job. You don't need a job. Just reload.
Actually, I don't need a job, but I want to be able to buy toys, and it's a job. It's where the toys come in.
I hear you.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah, labor for toys. I suppose it's worth it.
Male gigolo, man.
A little off subject here, and I know we don't have. I don't know about you guys, how big a fisherman you are, but I am sub to a guy called Worm Getter. I don't know if you guys know this guy or not.
Sounds gay.
But I actually heard about this before I found his channel because I looked it up because I was like, oh, that's bullshit. That's total bullshit. But anyway, I did that today. Now, I'm going to tell you a secret of if anybody out there are into fishing, you won't believe this, but this shit works. You take a stick, go in the woods, find a stick, find some moist ground. You burrow that stick down into the ground and then start beating on it. Literally, like I had a stick, I buried it in the ground, and I started beating on it. The worms will actually come up from the earth, and you just pick them off of the surface. I did that yesterday. That shit fucking works. It's some fucking Indian trick or some shit.
If you run it
works
like this, TR, and you rub the stick across, or there's more.
Yeah, Worm Getter. He makes that the one that's got the knobs on it, and it makes it easier. Yeah. But you can just actually drive a stick into the ground and fucking start with another stick and start fucking beating it. And the worms will come right out of the ground, and you just pick them off the fucking surface of the ground.
Well, shit. The only time I ever did that was whenever you plugged, it was like you plugged it into an outlet and you shoved it down in the ground like 1.5 feet, and then the worms come up. So that's a lot easier. I've never heard of that.
Stick. That's all you need. Just go in the woods, get a good firm stick, just not rotten. Jam it in the ground, dig it in the ground, start beating on it with another stick, and the earthworms will actually come to the surface of the ground. You just pick them up.
Now, did you interview any of these worms?
No, I didn't.
I mean, I'm trying to figure out why they would come to the surface with just this.
Evidently, it drives them fucking crazy. I don't know.
What are they gonna do with their armless, legless ass?
Apparently, it makes them suicidal.
Yeah, it's like the graboids off of what the hell movie was that?
I'm going to have to do a video on that. I know y'all think I'm full of shit,
No,
but that works.
I've seen it done.
I definitely think.
All right, so what I'm thinking is you get a vibration tumbler for ammo. Pour the media, whatever media of your choice is, set it on the ground, have whatever stick you need, and then just kind of lean the tumbler against the stick. You think it would work
That's
better?
the way to do it.
Well, here's the easier way.
No,
You
we
take
should do a
jumper
tactical
cables.
version.
Well, you take jumper cables, hook them up to your battery with 2 metal rods on the other end, and stick those into the ground. And then when you just leave, go for a half hour or so, come back and pick up all the worms in there, and then go fishing.
Do the birds ever beat you to the
I'm
wall?
telling you, the 2 sticks. I'm going to do a video on this. I swear I am.
Yeah, because that's bullshit. That doesn't work.
I know. I'm sub to a guy that has an invention to make this more efficient. Look up. I'm going to tell everybody out there. Look up Worm Getter. That's the channel name.
For me to search something like that, it'd be like I'm searching for something.
I'm telling you, because I was using the corn, and I wasn't having any success, and I was like, fuck it. I went on the damn shore. I dug around. I found some moist ground, and I just went in the woods and got a couple of sticks and beat up, and I got a few worms, and I was like, okay, let me try this. And boom.
Listen, you're talking about beating your stick, moist stuff. I mean, listen, I think it's time for me to get out of here. I've had enough of this shit. I got to go.
I'm trying. This is prepping tips. How to find worms without, like with a shovel. All you need is 2 sticks. You find.
Hey, I know one good way to do it. Go to the fucking hardware store, give them $2. They give you a fucking bucket of worms. Problem solved.
We're talking end of time shit here, okay?
That's right. Zombie shit.
Oh, end of time shit. I'm just gonna throw a fucking grenade in the lake and go scoop up fucking fish.
It comes back to what the WTF Cal? What's your time worth? Beat with a stick or throw a grenade in.
Yeah, 5 pounds of tannerite on a floating fucking log, and I'm gonna blow.
Fuck.
I mean, don't make shit more complicated than it is. That's my point.
And don't spend more energy than you need to. I still say sit the fucking tumbler out there on the lawn and lean it against a stick that's already in the ground. It's beating on it for you. You can just sit back and frenzy occur.
Fuck it. Just lean it across the tree because that thing has a root system.
There you go.
You don't need a stick.
Put a little across a little sapling.
Use the sticks that already naturally occur in nature.
That's right.
Take the front end off the birdhouse and just stick it in the birdhouse.
This is why I invite all these people on here to give me shit. No matter what subject I bring out. This is why I bring my friends on so they can bust my chops.
We're making the idea better.
That's right.
Okay, so the guy uses a stick to beat on a stick. Let's find something to beat the stick for you. Like play with Elroy. The worms are surfacing for you.
Fuck, get one of them fucking tampers, those big ass like jackhammer type deals. You should have
smush them all.
Coming out.
No, it don't work.
Yeah, 20 viewers we lost while we're talking about fucking worms.
Actually, TR, I think that's a great idea. And just for the prepping part of it, I would love to see that video. And I want to see the results on how long it takes you to get the stick in versus hitting it with how long it takes for the worms to come up. I want to see it.
Let's have a competition. Let's have a worm competition.
Hey, when the worms come up, we could shoot them, and that would be pretty cool.
Set your part time for 1 minute. So fucking hit the button, do the tapping, and see how many worms you can get come up.
All right, come Wednesday. Look for a video Wednesday. I don't give a fuck if it's pouring down rain. I'll do a video on bringing up worms.
Worm Wednesday. There you go.
My worms are rising. That's the title. My worms are rising.
I'm guessing.
Hey, no, Worm Wednesday.
Worm Wednesday rising. Worm Wednesday worm rising.
How about wet?
I'm guessing it. TR, dude, if it's raining, chances are you're probably going to get more worms anyway.
Mm-hmm.
And the first one that gets
Do
the
the thing,
video up, it's the early bird that gets the worm.
That's right.
I say that. Yeah, the early
Tulip. The early mohawk. Yep.
Giggity.
Giggity, giggity. Rob, your text, I was like, what the fuck? Okay. I'm glad you like that. And then I went over the other one.
Just so Rob and Rick knows, sometimes maybe it's my phone. I got an old phone. I got a Samsung 5. With that group text that's going on, I don't know if you're actually meaning to send me a personal text and you mean it to be on the group text, but sometimes I get texts I think you're actually talking to the group text, but it shows
we
up.
We know you don't respond, so it's all good. Don't worry about it.
Well, I had to turn it off. You son of a bitches fucking blow that son of a bitch up, and I'm at work, and that damn thing goes beep beep. It's going off constantly. I have to mute it.
Well, if you respond every now and then, maybe we'd quit texting so much.
Exactly.
I'm at work at a meeting, and the damn thing's going off every 30 seconds.
Yeah, people look at me like, "Are you a drug dealer?" I'm like, "Yep." What do you want to fucking know?
I think we should see how many texts it takes for TR to respond. So we'll count them after. We'll do like time, like start, and then everybody.
Because once I mute it, it might be a day later before I go back and review what y'all guys have been talking about.
You know what? I'm gonna take you out of this group text. You can't
take me out.
Fuck that bullshit. I'm not putting up with this shit anymore. I'm gonna take you off. We're gonna put Blue in your place. I bet he'll respond.
Go ahead.
He's a fucking cop. He doesn't do shit all day long but give out tickets to innocent people. So I'm sure he has plenty of time.
All the time in the world to text.
Yeah, you're sitting on the side of the road. You watch our videos. You text us back. You give us comments. TR don't.
Well, half the text is damn Big Johnson throwing up damn women shaking their ass or their boobs anyway.
Yeah, washing your windshield with titties. That's terrible. Who would want that?
And if you don't,
well, I don't mind going back
to that.
Doing that.
And if you don't respond to that, what the fuck?
Well, it's because I'm in a meeting, damn it.
What's wrong with that, TR?
Exactly. That's my point. I mean, titties need love. That's just the way it is. It's just the way it goes. So, I mean, they do. They do need love. I'm just saying.
That's right.
No, trust me. I like big boobies. Don't get me wrong.
I like tits and I cannot
Wrote
lie.
a song about it.
I like big butts and I cannot lie.
All right, we're getting stupid now. Let's go for another 15 minutes with stupid shit.
We could shut it
There's
down
a stick. There's a stick, TR. If you put it in the ground and you smack it around a little bit, your worms will come up.
I'm going to do that video.
Right. I just
prove y'all wrong. Just to fucking make y'all go, well, fuck. That does actually work.
I swear to God, when you do that, it's not going to work.
I've already proved it.
No,
I had that on video.
Listen, the minute you turn that camera on, that shit is not going to even work. Not even close.
No.
Yeah, you could be in a bed of worms and whack that thing around. They ain't coming up because they're all camera shy.
It's just gone.
You guys are talking about TR whacking his stick. This is Not right.
Stick whacking for warm worms. Oh, Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Okay,
We're gonna have
that's
to get the phone
that's
on your ass.
officially going to shit.
Yeah, you guys need fucking help, and I'm not here to help.
All right. So
All I
who's
have to
coming
say
up?
is Mojo and who's the other dude? Did Juice. The Mojo and the Juice guy in the chat for the last like month have literally been at each other's throats every single time. Guys, get a room, man.
They love long time. Walk it off, Mojo.
So on a side topic, this last weekend I actually had an opportunity. I was invited by our Republican Party, whoever is like the top of it in our county, to speak to an individual who's running for governor for Pennsylvania. That blew my mind that somebody actually was like, hey, you want to come talk to the governor and speak about, or not the governor, but the governor
elect.
It's not the governor elect. No, not even the governor elect. It's just somebody that's in the running. But that was one hell of a eye opener that somebody like me, small town USA, had a chance to talk to somebody and give opinions and take a look at this and take a look at this. At the end of the day, well, I don't want to say the end of the day. It was only like an hour and a half meeting or whatever. It was a very small group, but at the very end, he gave me his he has his, I think it's Scott Wagner for governor. Like he has his card that he gives out to everybody. At the end of the day, he actually gave me out his personal card with his cell phone, email, everything on it. And I was like, holy shit. Apparently I made a couple good points that he wants to kind of pick up on, which one is, of course, and I hate saying this, God, I hate this goddamn phrase, the opioid epidemic. And that's what my whole spiel was in front of the group. And it didn't go, I don't want to say it didn't go well for me, but I spoke my piece on it. And he actually took note and handed me a card and said, I want you to get a hold of me. And
maybe he's gay and he just likes you.
Well, he could have been. He could have been. That was for me. That was a big thing. It was like,
I mean, you're a good looking guy. I mean, for someone without hair, you're a good looking guy. If I was gay, I would probably give you my number.
I'll tug on your goatee a little bit.
From the back.
Yes, definitely from the back.
From the back to the front.
From the back to the balls to the tip.
Oh shit!
It's getting bad, TR.
Team Trainwreck, we're here to represent.
We're here to please. All right, next topic.
All right. Well, I got a quick question. Just because it's been so long since I reloaded 45 and all my fucking notes I can't find. I looked up some reload information today. Yada yada yada. Did any of you guys shoot 200 grain 45? Anybody?
No, I don't reload or shoot 45 that much. So
No, fuck you.
230 grain.
Sorry, man.
Fuck you too. Fuck you. Fuck you. Fuck you. Fuck you. All right. Fuck you guys.
Oh, that was a good talk. Great.
Yeah, 200 grains. Yeah. Put powder in it and fucking shoot it.
Yeah, fill it to the lid, cram the bullet in, and pull the trigger. It's on you.
That's pretty much what I've done. I filled it up to the top, then compressed the load, crimped it. I'm pretty
That's
sure
what you're
it's gonna
supposed to do.
Yeah, make a video of that shit too.
36 grains.
No,
36 grains.
I'm getting ready for the talk about that. Never mind.
The Pops Quest Nationals. Yeah, I'm getting ready for that shit too. Don't worry.
No, it's something else. It's coming up like sooner than later, but we'll talk in the after chat thing.
I'll be asleep. But I agree. I'm with you there.
I thought you already were asleep, Rob.
I mean, I'm sure I'm not really speaking very clear anyway. So fuck, I'm half asleep.
And you're just drinking flavored water?
LaCroix, lemon, but it's late. God damn, I fucking should be asleep 2 hours ago. I came on here to talk for 10 minutes and I got roped into 2 hours of this shit.
Hey, man, tomorrow is Columbo Day. He discovered fucking San Salvador.
Yeah, there's
Aren't you
some
gonna
info.
take that day off?
I'm gonna go. No, but yeah, I won't take tomorrow off, but I mean, let's face it. Most of my work days aren't really work anyway, so I'm not gonna pretend like I'm some kind of fucking
I know it.
superhero.
I've never been to your shop, but I have a good idea. It's kind of like a man cave. And you
I just
fucking
go
watch
in there and
YouTube
wave at
videos,
everybody. Yeah, I'm
you
still
fucking do
involved.
real shit.
He just walks around and points.
You're like, keep it up, guys, keep it up. Fucking work faster. Yeah.
All right, we
fucking-
need this over here. We need that over here.
My best speech for everyone is I go in there and I bring everyone real close and I get them all amped up and everything's real quiet. And I'm like, just do everything better. And then I let them all go back to work.
And then you go upstairs and watch YouTube the rest of the day.
And reload. I mean,
Or reload, yeah.
I don't know about that whole story of Columbus anyways. I think it's a bullshit.
Well, if you see anybody wearing hoodies and masks around any statues of Christopher Columbus tomorrow.
Was there a statue of him?
In Columbus, Ohio.
They said they're going to do it. They said they're going to rip down the statues of Columbus tomorrow.
oh, let's shoot him in the face. Who's
Shoot him in
in?
the face. Where's my stickers at? Shoot him in the face.
That crazy fucking Spaniard.
Fuck him
He was a
out.
racist Spaniard too.
Shoot him in the face.
All right, I only have
All
one.
right, guys.
can
We'll
of-
go ahead and wrap this up.
Oh, come on, TR. We're having a blast here. This is fascinating shit.
This is amazing. People are learning lots right now.
Well, if nothing else, they learn how to get worms for fishing. I don't know if they learn anything else.
I'm telling you, jumper cables and a couple metal rods, stick them in the ground for about a
I
half
see it's
hour.
getting too high tech. I'm trying to be low tech.
Show me. Show me.
I'm thinking a Lyman 2000 turbo media tumbler, stick it out there on the lawn, plug it in, doesn't matter what you've got in it, fire it up, minutes, I bet you it'll accomplish the same thing.
I want to say tannerite and just have a net. So when you blow them motherfuckers into the air, you got a net. You can catch them when they're going to land. That's how I want to get them.
Oh, you guys are terrible.
Bad Billy's awesome, man. I'm gonna take the Browns to the Super Bowl and crash. That's freaking badass.
All right, we're going into 5, 8, 10 minutes early, just because I gotta go to work tomorrow.
Ooh.
I know it sucks.
Your pussification of this channel is getting bad. I mean, like, you can't even, like, right, Rob?
You know, we had almost 100 people, and now it's down to
No, yeah.
these are the true 64 Americans that are watching your show, and you're gonna basically. No, I'm just kidding.
Is this
I
going
mean,
to be the first one?
TR is all about, the masses. He doesn't care about the little guy anymore. So,
TR is going politically correct.
yeah, ever since big, I mean, it's like,
You guys are witnessing the pussification of TR's channel right now.
on YouTube.
Foo-foo water.
I'm trying to let you guys get a little rest, and for those that have to work tomorrow.
Fuck all that shit.
Oh, yeah, I forgot I got to work. I'll see y'all later.
Exactly. I know I do. Anyway, I think we covered some serious topics, and then we got all bullshitty on you, everybody. And that's what I like about my chats. I want us to be serious, and then I want us to get goofy at the end. And I think we accomplished that. If we didn't, we'll try better next week, okay? And I'm going to start with Blue to do your outros, because time we get done with this, it'll be a 2-hour chat.
All right, guys. Good night. We'll catch you the next time. Thanks for everybody jumping in.
Daniel, would you like to do an outro?
Got to get unmuted. Oh, thank you, TR. Hey, guys, it was a lot of fun for me to BSing with you tonight. And you didn't have a gun check, and I've been sitting here with my wife's gun all night. Okay.
I'm right here. I'm ready. And bring it.
We seen you leave the room to go get it.
It's right here. I don't gotta leave nowhere. If you saw me leave, it was to throw something in the trash.
That Infinity, good job.
Someday you'll smarten up, Rob.
I don't have the kind of money to be that smart.
Well, if you'd sell about 14 of your CZs, you could probably buy like 10 of those goddamn things.
We don't need to go there.
Nope.
All right, Rob, it's your turn. Pop's Quest. Go ahead, do an outro.
Hey, this chat was brought to you by LaCroix Lemon flavored water. It's something you can drink after you already got fucked up and you can't drink no more. You can drink this and plane it out. There you go, LaCroix.
I actually have. I do drink that. I'm afraid to say. I'm ashamed to say.
It's good shit, man.
I've got the taste for it. It is pretty good.
Yeah, bottled water is a conspiracy, but this shit is the real deal.
All right, Rick, here's your 6th cover. Would you like to do an outro?
I'll see you guys November 5th.
Okay.
Yeah.
Really? Okay, good.
Sounds like a nice, good round number. November 5th. What the fuck? Why not?
Giggity.
Between the lines.
So, Cal, thanks for jumping in, and I'm glad you shifted off doing chores to come on and do the chat with us. We appreciate your presence here.
Thank you, sir. Yeah, I'm going to be doing a thing. Yeah, CMAX. Maybe I shouldn't talk about that, but just go check out the CMAX auction. Go to the Crazy Scotsman's channel and check that out. Go look at the auction for CMAX, and last drawing, I believe, is this Wednesday at 6 or 6:30. I'm not positive, but check that out, and it's going to be a lot of fun. Yeah, there's good. It's like the prime drawing is going to be this weekend, or this week rather, and awesome shit to give away. If you guys haven't signed up for it already, go check out the auction on CMAX channel, because there is some insane, awesome, huge prizes. A giant reloading package is going to be given away, and thanks for having me on, TR. And as far as my channel goes, I'm AR this weekend. I'm going to do a video tomorrow after I go shoot it. I'll hopefully get some video tomorrow of it. Yet again, a lighter, accurate, hopefully, rifle with barrel on it and some other groovy fucking parts and whatever. I'm talking way the hell too long.
Yes, you are. Such a pilot.
No, I love it. I can't wait to see. That's awesome.
I know. I wish I owned that gun.
All right, for my outro, I think actually there's going to be 2 more drawings on the C-Max giveaway. I could be wrong. I think SoCal.
Okay. Sorry.
Rob, maybe.
Fuck if I
Anyhow,
know.
a bunch of us reloaders are going to be on next Wednesday's giveaway chat because all the reloading equipment and shit is going to be giveaway on that. And then there's going to be the final giveaway of where Dirt Road's giving away pretty much a rifle kit and the other stuff on the next one. So I think there's 2 more giveaways. You still have a chance.
All right. My bad.
Yeah, you still have a chance to get in. I don't have a link put down, but look up C-Max, look up the Crazy Scotsman, or many of us videos. You could probably find a link, and a $10 donation will get you a entry into the giveaway. Next
a
week,
fuckload of shit. That's pretty awesome.
yeah, I mean, there's been like thousands and thousands of dollars of shit given away. Next week is a bunch of reloading stuff, and the next week will be a actual AR package given away, and definitely get on that. And it's not so much for the prize as much for the cause. And it's because one of our brothers, one of our YouTubers that we have all interacted with for years, some of us, and he's been with us, you know, and he's going through a tough time, and I have no problem with contributing to helping him out, and everybody else should too. And in the process, you could, you know, win a bunch of shit. You know, we're trying to make it easy to donate to a good cause and give you a chance to win some prizes. You know,
Yeah, just donate a little bit of money, and you get a huge chance to win a lot of really, really great stuff. And it's still worth it. You're giving it to a great cause, and you have an opportunity to get some really cool stuff.
you have a better chance of winning in this than you will any lottery ticket that you buy.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So anyway, with that, thanks for hanging out with us. Thanks for putting up with me for going on over 2 years now, doing these chats. I hope everybody appreciates them. I think they do. We end up usually having a pretty good audience and having a pretty good conversation. I know we get goofy sometimes when we talk about some stupid stuff, but I think we got to mix it up. We can't be serious all the time. If there's one thing I've learned in life, is to have fun. And that's what I try to do with these chats. We can be serious, but at the same time, we can have fun and goof off. So with that, good night, everybody.